Over 60? Eat these 4 nuts for better health. Avoid these 4 at all costs. After the age of 60, many of us begin to pay closer attention to our diet. We know that fruits, leafy greens, fatty fish, and whole grains are all good for us. But there's one small group of foods, seemingly harmless, that is often misunderstood: nuts. A lot of people believe that eating any type of nut must be good for the body. The truth, however, is not that simple. Some nuts are true superfoods for the heart, brain, and bones. They can help lower blood pressure, support memory, prevent constipation, and even improve sleep. But on the other hand, there are also certain nuts that carry hidden risks. They can trigger inflammation, raise blood sugar, push up bad cholesterol, and in some cases even contain natural toxins harmful to the liver and kidneys. And here's the frightening part. Many of these risky nuts are the very ones older adults in the US eat every single day, fully believing they are making a healthy choice. A large study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology revealed this: regularly eating the wrong types of nuts can raise the risk of heart disease in older adults by as much as 48%. That number is no small matter, and it reminds us that choosing the right nuts is far more important than simply eating nuts for the sake of it. In today's video, we're going to uncover the 4 types of nuts you should eat regularly to protect your health after 60. And, just as important, the 4 types you should avoid or keep to a bare minimum, because they may be quietly harming you. Think of this as a detailed guide to help you separate the trusted companions for healthy aging from the silent enemies that could be hiding right there in your snack jar. So without keeping you waiting any longer, let's dive into our list of nutritional heroes. And leading the way is a nut that has supported the health of millions of people around the world: almonds, the true gift for your bones, your heart, and your brain, the 3 pillars that define the quality of life in your golden years. The standout feature of almonds lies in their rich supply of calcium and vitamin E. After the age of 60, bone density begins to decline rapidly, raising the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. Just a quarter cup of almonds a day can provide nearly 100 milligrams of calcium, a meaningful amount that helps counteract natural bone loss.
But that's not all. Almonds are also packed with magnesium, a mineral that many older adults are deficient in. Magnesium works like a carrier, directing calcium to where it belongs, your bones, rather than allowing it to build up in the arteries and contribute to dangerous plaque formation. Thanks to this partnership, almonds not only strengthen your bones, but also protect your heart. On top of that, the monounsaturated fats in almonds have been shown to lower bad cholesterol, LDL, while boosting good cholesterol, HDL. That's a golden benefit for cardiovascular health, especially at a time when the risk of heart attack and stroke grows higher with age. One concern many people over 60 share is digestive health. Almonds provide about 3.5 grams of fiber in the small serving, making them a powerful ally against constipation, a problem that affects nearly 40% of older adults in the U.S. That same fiber also helps regulate blood sugar, which is especially valuable for those dealing with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes. And don't overlook the thin brown skin of almonds. It's loaded with flavonoids, potent antioxidants that, when combined with vitamin E, help shield brain cells from free radical damage. In fact, research from Tufts University found that regular almond consumption may help slow age-related memory decline in older adults. To get the most benefit, experts recommend eating about 15 to 20 almonds per day, either raw or dry roasted, without added salt or sugar. If chewing is difficult, soaking almonds overnight can soften them, making them easier to eat and digest. The second nut on our list is the walnut. Just by looking at it, you'll notice a fascinating coincidence. Its shape closely resembles the human brain. And in fact, nature has gifted this nut with special nutrients designed to protect the brain, especially important once you reach your 60s, when memory and processing speed often begin to decline. Walnuts are the richest source of ALA omega-3s among all commonly eaten nuts. This plant-based fatty acid helps maintain the flexibility of nerve cell membranes, supporting smooth communication between brain cells. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that adding just 1.5 ounces of walnuts per day for 8 weeks significantly improved processing speed and focus in older adults. But that's not all. Walnuts also contain unique polyphenols capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier. Once inside, they work directly within neural tissue to reduce inflammation and prevent cell damage, two key factors linked to Alzheimer's and dementia. For those over 60, this is a game-changing benefit, since the risk of neurodegenerative diseases climbs steadily with age.
Another surprising benefit: walnuts are one of the few nuts that naturally contain melatonin. This is the hormone that regulates sleep, and it declines sharply as we age. That's why enjoying a few walnuts in the evening may help you fall asleep more easily and experience deeper, more restful sleep. Walnuts are also a true friend of the heart, thanks to their content of arginine, an amino acid that improves blood vessel function. Combined with antioxidant polyphenols, walnuts help lower blood pressure and ease the strain on the cardiovascular system. For those already taking blood pressure medication, adding walnuts to the diet can create a positive complementary effect. To get the full benefit, aim for about 7 to 9 walnut halves each day. The best way to store them is in the refrigerator to prevent the oils from turning rancid. If possible, buy walnuts in the shell and crack them open yourself. This keeps them fresher and also gives your fingers a bit of exercise for the joints. And here's something to keep in mind. That slight bitterness you taste in walnuts is actually a sign of their high antioxidant content. So don't shy away from it. Consider it nature's shield, guarding your brain and your heart. For those over 60, walnuts truly are a golden food to keep the mind sharp and the spirit bright. The third nut that people over 60 should eat regularly is the pistachio. Small, crunchy, and with that signature green color, pistachios don't just delight your taste buds, they also carry remarkable health benefits, especially for the heart and the eyes of older adults. The most outstanding feature of pistachios is their well-balanced potassium to sodium ratio. A small serving, about an ounce, delivers up to 285 milligrams of potassium while containing very little natural sodium. This balance helps reduce the salt and water retention that the kidneys often struggle with as we age. As a result, blood pressure can drop by 3 to 5 millimeters of mercury, an improvement comparable to some mild blood pressure medications, but completely natural and without side effects. And pistachios don't stop at heart health. They are also a loyal friend to your eyes. They're packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids concentrated in the macula of the retina. Science has shown this powerful duo helps reduce the risk of macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss for people over 60. For many older adults, maintaining good vision isn't just about seeing clearly, it's about preserving independence and confidence in everyday life. Pistachios also bring many other practical benefits. They're easy to eat, not too hard, and suitable for sensitive teeth and gums in older adults. The shells naturally slow down your eating, helping you control portion sizes and avoid overeating. In fact, a study published in the International Journal of Obesity found that simply seeing the pile of empty shells makes you eat less without even realizing it, a simple trick for effective weight management. Their signature green and purple colors are more than just eye-catching. They signal the presence of powerful antioxidants that help the body fight free radicals, the culprits that accelerate aging. On top of that, a serving of pistachios provides about 3 grams of fiber, supporting blood sugar control and easing constipation, two common health concerns for older adults in the U.S. To maximize the benefits, aim for about 49 pistachios per day, which equals roughly 1 ounce. Choose lightly salted or unsalted varieties and store them in an airtight container to keep their crunch and nutrients intact. For those with arthritis in the hands, pre-split pistachios are a smart choice. They're easier to crack open while still letting you enjoy the experience of shelling and savoring each nut. The final nut on our list is the Brazil nut. Large in size, rich in flavor, and packed with nutrients that few other nuts can match. But its most valuable gift lies in selenium, a trace mineral that is absolutely essential for the body, especially for thyroid health. The thyroid is the gland that regulates your energy, metabolism, and even your mood. After age 60, many people develop thyroid problems without realizing it, since the symptoms are often mistaken for just getting older, things like fatigue, weight gain, or forgetfulness. Just a single Brazil nut contains about 96 micrograms of selenium, an incredible 137% of the daily requirement. It's one of the most natural and effective ways to keep your thyroid functioning well, helping you sustain energy and maintain a positive outlook. But that's not all. The selenium in Brazil nuts comes in an organic form that your body absorbs more easily than supplements. It also helps protect nerve cells by maintaining the myelin sheath, the protective coating around nerves. This means older adults may experience better coordination, quicker reflexes, and sharper processing speed. The fascinating thing about Brazil nuts is that you don't need to eat many. With these nuts, less is more. Just 1 to 2 Brazil nuts a day is enough to deliver maximum benefits. Eating too many, on the other hand, can lead to excess selenium, so moderation is key. Beyond selenium, Brazil nuts also provide fiber and natural oils that keep the digestive system running smoothly and help reduce constipation, a common issue after 60. Their healthy fats support heart health, while their rich, creamy flavor make them a satisfying alternative to less healthy snacks. Some recent studies even suggest that the antioxidants in Brazil nuts may help protect telomeres, the protective caps at the ends of chromosomes that naturally shorten as we age. This raises the possibility that Brazil nuts may not only support the thyroid, heart, and brain, but also help slow aging at the cellular level. For storage, it's best to buy Brazil nuts in the shell and keep them in the refrigerator, since their oils are quick to turn rancid. Enjoying just 1 or 2 nuts a day gives you both a delicious snack and a quiet yet powerful shield of protection for your body. Now that we've covered the 4 golden nuts you should eat every day, it's time to look at the other side, the nuts that may seem familiar but actually carry hidden dangers for people over 60. At the very top of the avoid list is peanuts, the most widely consumed nut in America, found in everything from snacks and candy to peanut butter. The first thing to remember is that peanuts aren't really nuts at all. They belong to the legume family and grow underground. This environment makes them especially prone to mold contamination, which can produce aflatoxin, a toxin classified by the World Health Organization, WHO, as a Group 1 carcinogen. In younger bodies, the liver is strong enough to filter out some of this toxin, but after age 60, the liver's detox capacity naturally declines, allowing aflatoxin to accumulate more easily, damaging the liver and increasing the risk of liver cancer. And that's not the only concern. Peanuts are also very high in omega-6 fatty acids. The problem is that most Americans already consume far too much omega-6 and not enough omega-3. This imbalance fuels chronic low-grade inflammation in the body, a silent enemy that contributes to arthritis, heart disease, and memory decline. For those over 60, these are already pressing issues, and peanuts only make them worse. There's another risk that often goes unnoticed: medication interactions. Many older adults take blood thinners such as warfarin, while peanuts contain vitamin K, which can reduce the effectiveness of these drugs. This combination creates a hidden danger that is easy to overlook in everyday eating habits.
It doesn't stop there. The way peanuts are commonly processed in the U.S. makes them even less healthy. Most commercial peanut butter is loaded with hydrogenated oils, sugar, and salt, silent killers for the heart and blood pressure. Even dry roasted peanuts, which may seem simple, can form acrylamide, a compound believed to accelerate cognitive decline. In reality, many older adults eat peanuts every day without noticing the quiet changes happening in their bodies: more joint pain, fading memory, or a liver that feels more strained. Often, it's not until a blood test that they discover elevated liver enzymes or spiking inflammation markers. If you love the creamy texture of peanut butter, try switching to almond butter or tahini, sesame seed butter. both delicious and far healthier choices. And instead of roasted peanuts, consider pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds. They provide a similar boost of protein without the worry of toxins or inflammation. Second on the list of nuts that people over 60 should limit is cashews. Many still see cashews as a luxury snack, rich, creamy, and easy to enjoy. But few realize that this seemingly harmless nut can actually trigger a series of health issues in a body that's already growing more vulnerable with age. The first concern is the unusually high carbohydrate content of cashews. While most nuts are known for being rich in healthy fats and low in starch, cashews contain around 9 grams of carbs per ounce, along with less fiber. The result is a rapid spike in blood sugar, which is particularly dangerous for those living with prediabetes or diabetes, a condition that affects nearly half of Americans over 60. That's not all. Cashews are also high in oxalates, compounds that bind with calcium in the digestive tract and interfere with its absorption. For older adults who are already at risk of osteoporosis, this only makes the problem worse. On top of that, oxalates can contribute to the formation of kidney stones, a painful condition that becomes increasingly common after age 60. What many people don't know is that cashews naturally contain urushiol, the same toxic compound found in poison ivy. While processing removes most of it, tiny traces can remain, which may trigger inflammatory reactions in some individuals, especially in older adults with more sensitive immune systems.
On top of that, cashews are often roasted with salt, coated in seasonings, or even fried in oil. This not only drives up sodium levels, which is harmful for anyone with high blood pressure, but also introduces unhealthy fats that put extra strain on the heart. For those over 60, these added flavors can sometimes be more dangerous than the cashew itself. Another risk that rarely gets mentioned is digestion. Cashews contain enzyme inhibitors, which slow down the breakdown of proteins. In an aging digestive system that's already less efficient, this can lead to bloating, indigestion, and even reduced nutrient absorption. The rich, buttery taste of cashews makes it easy to overeat without even realizing it. But with their high calorie load and hidden risks, cashews are not the safest choice for older adults. If you're looking for a healthier alternative, reach for walnuts or almonds instead. They're nutrient-dense and offer proven benefits for the heart, bones, and memory. Next on the list is the macadamia nut. At first glance, macadamias seem like nature's luxury gift, perfectly round, creamy white inside, with a rich, buttery flavor often featured in fancy gift boxes. But behind that appeal lies some very real health risks, especially for a body that's beginning to slow down after age 60. The first thing to note is that macadamias are the most calorie-dense of all common nuts. Just one small ounce, about 28 grams, contains around 200 calories and roughly 22 grams of fat. With metabolism already slowing down in later years, that amount of calories and fat can quickly lead to unwanted weight gain. And at age 60 and beyond, excess weight isn't just about appearance, it's a risk factor that can make heart disease, diabetes, and arthritis even worse.
It's not just the high fat content. Macadamias also contain a significant amount of saturated fat, about 3 grams per ounce. This type of fat can raise bad cholesterol, LDL, promoting arterial plaque buildup and increasing the risk of stroke. For older adults, whose cardiovascular system is already more vulnerable, this becomes a serious burden. Another aspect that often gets overlooked is the strain macadamias place on the liver and gallbladder. Their heavy fat content requires the digestive system to work hard to break it down. But in later years, the liver and gallbladder often don't function as efficiently, and many older adults already have hidden gallstones. Eating too many macadamias can trigger painful gallbladder attacks or bring underlying issues to the surface. On top of that, macadamias are hard and dense, which can be challenging for those with dentures, dental bridges, or weakened enamel. Biting into them can sometimes lead to cracked teeth or pain, something no one wants to deal with in their 60s and beyond. It doesn't stop there. Macadamias sold on the market are often oil roasted and salted to enhance flavor. That means you're also taking in extra sodium and unhealthy fats, the very enemies of blood pressure and heart health. Even if you choose the unsalted variety, the risks from their calories and saturated fat remain a serious concern. Macadamias may be tasty and feel like a luxury, but for those over 60, they're more like a calorie bomb hiding in your snack bag. If you're looking for a healthier alternative, try pistachios. They're just as crunchy and flavorful, but far richer in potassium, antioxidants, and much lower in calories. The final nut on our list is the pine nut. It may sound surprising, since many people think of pine nuts only as an ingredient in salads, pesto, or other gourmet dishes. But behind that small glossy shell lies a set of risks that can seriously affect the health of older adults. One of the biggest concerns with pine nuts is the risk of what's known as pine nut syndrome. This is a rare condition, but tends to occur more often in older adults. After eating pine nuts, some people develop a lingering bitter metallic taste in the mouth that can last for days or even weeks. While it may sound minor, for those over 60, losing the enjoyment of food can quickly lead to reduced appetite, unintended weight loss, and even malnutrition. It doesn't stop there. Pine nuts are high in polyunsaturated fats, PUFAs. These fats are highly prone to oxidation, which can create inflammatory compounds in the body. For anyone already dealing with arthritis or heart disease, eating too many pine nuts can make that underlying inflammation even worse.
Another risk is drug interaction. Pine nuts may interfere with the effectiveness of several medications commonly prescribed to people over 60, including blood pressure drugs, statins, and antidepressants. What's especially concerning is that most doctors or pharmacists rarely mention this interaction, leaving patients unaware of the hidden reason behind changes in their health. In addition, the small size and smooth surface of pine nuts make them a choking hazard, especially for those who already struggle with swallowing or experience dry mouth as a side effect of medication, a common issue among older adults. Even in the famous pesto sauce, the combination of oil and pine nuts creates a calorie-dense dish that can make weight management more difficult. Some studies have even suggested that certain varieties of pine nuts may be linked to faster progression of macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in older adults. For all these reasons, pine nuts are not a wise choice after age 60. If you're looking for a nut that's both tasty and safe, go back to almonds, walnuts, or pistachios. They not only protect your heart and brain, but also help keep your vision and digestion steady as you age. So, we've now looked at both sides of the story. On one side are the four golden nuts, almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts, your trusted companions that help keep your bones strong, your memory sharp, your heart resilient, and your body full of energy. On the other side are the four nuts to avoid: peanuts, cashews, macadamias, and pine nuts, which may seem harmless but can quietly harm your heart, liver, kidneys, and even your brain. The most important takeaway is this: with just one small change in your daily eating habits, you can create a big difference in your health. Choosing the right nuts doesn't just give you essential nutrients, it can also reduce inflammation, improve sleep, protect your memory, and even slow down the aging process. Now, I want to hear your story. Have you noticed any changes, positive or negative, after adding or removing a particular nut from your diet? Please share in the comments below. Your experience could become an inspiration and a valuable warning for thousands of others watching this video. And if you found today's information helpful, be sure to hit the like button so I know this message reached you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so every week you'll receive practical, easy-to-follow health tips designed especially for people over 60 living in the U.S. Start today. Cut out the 4 harmful nuts and add in the 4 nutrient-rich ones. This isn't just a change in your diet, it's an investment in your health, your memory, and in the peaceful, vibrant years of aging that lie ahead.